I'm playing every day a little bit, even though the pain, because the surgeon made it clear when I had the surgery in May, there'll be no touching a guitar or any playing for at least 12 weeks. And so even though it hurts, I just take something for pain right now. So I got the amp is in the dark back here, Fender Vibrochamp. This is my most recent 59 Epiphone. I just love it, like, man, oh man, oh man. Because I did a lot of stuff to it to make it real nice. So, in the fall I'll be recording the stuff I've been talking about for quite a while. After the surgery, I'm believing it for success. There's other surgeries possible too, besides the rotator cuff. But I'm not going to quit with the playing. So here's what I do when the camera's not on. I haven't been doing it much lately, but I just go with what I feel. I never force myself, I'm going to play in C or I'm going to do this or that. And nothing's ever cover music. It's just learning the fretboard and being creative. So let's say, like I just started with here, I just go with what I feel. I got it on a clean sound at the moment because that's what I'm feeling. You know, sometimes it's on nasty. Most of my videos is a nasty, shitty sound because I haven't made the effort to have a nice, clean sound. So here we go. Say I do something like just decided this is how I feel right now, but once I start playing, I don't think about what I'm going to play. I go, okay, this is in A major, not because it starts with an A major, but the combination of chords, this is a form of an E. So this is the clincher. That's like a B minor 7, or it's D. It's another form of a D, or an A sus. They call it an A sus something. But I don't get into thinking about all that, what that exact chord is. I just know. Then I start going in. This is how you can really get good at creativity, is learning your do, re, mi. This is all from the do, re, mi. And in this case, because I'm on A, your basic theory would be, okay, if you're doing A major, just remember an A major chord shows up in several other keys. It's not only an A doesn't mean everything's in A major. But in this case it is because you'll hear it all fits. Here's another form of a D. Now I'm doing another inversions of the A and the D and the E. You know, and then you go to 4. So this is how I get creative, but I know the fretboard. Learn the do, re, mi, and of course the pentatonic should be the first thing to learn. So in A major you'd have your basic theory of chords would be a major, a minor, the chords for those single notes of do, re, mi, and A is an A major chord. You could do an A major 7. You know, there's variations of each chord you could also do. We're sticking with simple. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and then diminish, which would be the dyads, the octave stuff, which that's just... For creativity, I just screw around with all things A major for a while, and then if I feel like it, I might switch it on dirty and go into some dark stuff, you know, with nasty distortion. I got no fingernails, but when I used to practice the A major scale about 10 years ago, I came up with these things. Kind of stuff, you know, just create with picking a key, and if you spend time mastering one key, your dyads, your pentatonic, all the stuff I was noodling with here, and learn the inversion. All that stuff, your do, re, mi, your pentatonic, your dyads and octaves, now you've got a bag full of tools to where you can create. And again, the basic chords, you know, in a key, you know, so I could just I could do goofy stuff with thinking A major. Now I gotta think, wait a minute, A major, because I've been doing a lot with this kind of shit with A minor. So anything, you know. I should be able to do them in any key without looking. Pentatonic. Then you got... That's the kind of stuff I'll do. And then I go into some other total key. I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I feel like E minor, and so I'll just... So in this case, I'm taking the key of E minor, and I'm just staying, which is G major. E natural minor is G, the key of G major. So the same principle I was doing in the major flavor with another key, now I'm going to do a minor flavor in an entirely different key, the key of G. But I'm going to lean towards in G. Flavor, that dark flavor, not just minor but Phrygian and low crane mode out of G major. It's all from G major. I gotta think. See? I'm just staying with notes, dyads, but making sure all the notes is G major, or E, but I'm leaning towards the E minor. I didn't even look at the clock to see where it was. So anyway. I don't know how long I've already been playing, you know? So that kind of thing, just taking a key and just toying, start out in a simple place, but have understanding. If whatever the chords I'm going to be using, I'll stay in a key is what I'm doing. You know, in this E minor thing I'm leaning on, it's just all G major. Kind of thing, learning the do re mi and then of course the pentatonic in a key, and then understand what the basic chords are in it. You could create until Jesus comes back and never run out of ideas. I ain't even touched the surface.